Gnome, and welcome back to yet another tag video, one that I've actually been tagged for. This is a tag that was given to me by my friend Alyssa over at Pucksandpaperbacks, and she is a vlogger and a booktuber, and now she's entwining more stuff into her channel. She was gracious enough to join me in last month's 10 for 12, which was about Chobani Flip Yogurts. I know that she is a huge fan of hockey, as well as a whole bunch of other things, which is why she gave me a tag for the anything but books tag. Now, this is a tag that everyone and their mother has already done, so I'm so glad that I finally got around to getting this done. I'm not going to be tagging anybody today because I know for a fact that so many people have done this already, so I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of insight into me. I couldn't be more appropriate of a person to do this tag because my channel, as you know, is not all about books, but I know that a lot of booktubers do watch me, and I'm certain they'll want to know a little bit more about me in terms of my interests. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the tag. So the first question is, name a cartoon that you love. Well, my all-time favorite cartoon is the Jetsons. I think that George Jetson is the ultimate father figure. I actually did a report about him in my freshman year of college. But if I'm going to recommend any television show that is a cartoon that I absolutely adored in my childhood, it would have to be Steven Spielberg's Animaniacs. This is one of the few cartoon shows that I actually own on DVD from my childhood. This is one of the most beautifully and brilliantly written shows of all time. I loved it as a kid, but when I started watching this series as an adult, I couldn't get over how many jokes I missed. I highly recommend that you see that cartoon. It's on Netflix right now. I promise you, you will love it. Now, in terms of shows that are out there right now, I'm not really interested in a lot of the cartoons that are aimed at children, but I will definitely say that my favorite show for children right now is Star Wars Rebels, and my favorite one for adults is Archer. Question 2 is, what is your favorite song right now? And it's probably Moment Just Like This by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay. I haven't really said much about the Chainsmokers, but I know that one of my YouTuber friends, Miss Lynn's Vlogs, actually recommended them to me in a 10 for 12 that we did last year, and they're interesting. They're definitely one of the anti-heroes of the music world, but Coldplay is a band that I actually adore. I have seen them in concert, I have all their albums, and every single time they bring us a new song, I have to listen to them, and that's my favorite song at this point in time in 2017. Question number 3 is, what could you do for hours that isn't reading? What can't I do? I do so much with my time, it's unbelievable. I would probably say, if I wanted to do something like that, it would probably be me just sitting in front of these two gigantic bookshelves, and that bookshelf over there, and the bookshelf in the bedroom, and just looking at everything that I own. Maybe even the shelf with all the Funko Pops. Just look at everything that I love and just bask in its warming, glorious glow. Question 4 is, what is something that you love to do that your followers would be surprised by? I actually do like to draw. I've been drawing since I was 9 years old. Well, of course, I've been coloring since I was a baby, but I had been drawing at 9 years old. I started to really take it seriously, and I always loved to draw things that involved movies. That was one of my things that I loved to do. And ever since then, I've just still been doing the same thing with pencils and magic markers because I'm not really a fancy artist, even though I've taken art classes, but I do actually love to do drawings, and that's one of the few things that a lot of people don't really know about me here. Question number 5 is, what is your favorite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about? And this can do with books, I guess. I think one of the interesting things that I've learned in life is that if you feed rice to birds, their stomachs explode. I haven't tried it yet, but apparently that's what happens. Question number 6 is, what is something unusual you know how to do? I actually know how to do voice impersonations. I've been doing that also since I was in grade school, like 8 or 9 years old. I used to do all impressions of the Looney Tunes characters. I will post some of my voice reels that I did during the earlier years of my channel. I think that if there's any one that I would specifically want to showcase is the one that I did for a tribute to Robin Williams. That's the one I will link. You have to watch this if you haven't yet. I think you will really, really love it. Question number 7 is, name something you've made in the last year and show us if you can. So I'm actually going to show you guys some of my more recent drawings that I've done. Here's one of them. This is a picture of the penguins of Madagascar, and if you see numbers on the bottom, I actually like to number all the drawings that I have done. So this is number 524 in my collection. I'm actually going to be stopping at number 600, just because of the fact that I don't really have the time, but I definitely want to at least get to a nice round number before I officially put everything away. Number 525 is The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. This took me a while to finally get to. I know it's not the greatest looking picture of Smaug, but I tried my very best. And number 526 is Star Wars Rebels, which is one of my favorites. Question number 8 is, what is your most recent personal project? Well, there are so many projects that I have been doing, and a lot of my favorite projects do in fact involve a lot of things that I do on YouTube. I am working on 2 live shows right now. I'm working on the next episode of the DC Animated Universe discussion live show. I'm working on the next episode of Versus. I'm also working on the new Lawn Gnomes guide, which I'm really excited for because I think this is going to be a real personal one for me, and I think that a lot of people are really going to take away a lot from what I have to say. I am also preparing for this year's Gnome Doc, which is my biggest project on my channel. And I'm also hoping to be a part of some podcasts sometime in the future. I think that that would just be tons of fun. Question number 7 is, tell us something that you think about often. I actually think a lot about what's going on in politics, not necessarily in regards to the legislations or the executive orders or what the media is saying about the government, but I'm just more interested in the social aspects of everything, because everything that people read or watch in regards to this determines the outcome on a social level. And right now, both sides are at such bitter wits' ends towards each other, and I am just waiting and watching to see anything that actually shows these two sides, even if it's just one person talking to another person, and actually at the end of their conversation just shaking hands with each other saying it was a pleasure speaking to you, regardless of the outcome. That's what I want to see. I just want to see people with different opinions willing to coexist with each other. That's all. Question number 10 is, give us something that's your favorite, but make it something that is oddly specific, not like your favorite food, but like your favorite food when you've been studying for hours and you forgot to eat, or something like that. I like to drink milk. Does that even answer the question? I have no idea. Put your comments in the box below. I love milk. It saved my life numerous times. Because of that beverage, I have never broken a bone and didn't get my first cavity until I was 21 years old. Is that a way to answer this question? Please let me know. And the final question is, say the first thing that pops into your head. Go back to your room, Susan Lucci. And that's my Anything But Books tag, everybody. I'm not going to be tagging anybody like I said earlier, but I really hope that you enjoyed a little bit more into my crazy and outlandish life. And I am looking forward to the next tag that comes my way. I actually have some more tags lined up, and I'm looking forward to finally getting these taken care of. But in the meantime, I will see you in the next one. Question number 10 is, give us something that's your favorite, but make it something that is oddly specific, not like your favorite food, but like your favorite food when you've been studying for hours and you forgot to eat, or something like that. Oh my goodness, how the hell am I supposed to answer that question? Let's think. I would probably have to go with food. I have no idea how to answer that question. I like to drink milk. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.